What is up, everyone? I'm coming on here for a couple of plays for today, and we do cash a 5x right here on this channel in yesterday's video. And we finished the World Cup out extremely strong, guys. I will always remember this World Cup being one of the best months, if not the best month we have ever had sports betting on this channel. We went up more than 120 units during the World Cup alone. I had so many of you guys sign up for that World Cup pass, and it's really crazy because if I think back to that, that was back in, I think, June, where I was running that, early June, and it was $45 to get in. You get all of my World Cup plays, and if you did not profit the $45, right, not just make $1, I'm talking about you did not pay off the pass, which was $45, then I would have gave you back 100% of your money. I would have literally refunded you, okay? Now, with that being said, we went up like 10 to 20x the amount of what that pass costs. You know, it kind of depends on how much you bet, but completely crushed the World Cup, guys. As I've shown, we are pretty much at all-time highs, 227 or 228 if you round up there. Units so far in 2026, we absolutely smashed through the mid-year mark right here on this channel. And by football season started, I really wanted to be up about 200 units. So we are well past pace of where we should be up right now. And by the end of the year, our goal of being up 500 units, it's looking good. Of course, we got to keep moving. We got to keep up the pace. We got to keep grinding. And every day, I'm going to be delivering you guys the best picks possible. Okay. Now, the World Cup is over. It is sad, but of course, soccer doesn't just overnight, end for 4 years, right? Soccer is going to be going on almost every single day forever, right? Soccer is always going on. There's Brazilian games happening. There's women's soccer. There's MLS. And then, of course, there is European soccer that I'm sure is going to start up here in the next couple of days or weeks as well, right? And then next month, we have college football starting, right? College football starts about a week or two before NFL, and then before you know it, even next month, we're going to be into NFL preseason, which is fun to bet on. And then we're going to be into full swing NFL college football. And guys, it is a crazy, crazy time whenever that happens, because pretty much even Wednesdays, you'll start sometimes the college football week, but really Thursday night football, and you go into Friday games with college, you go into Saturday games with college, you go into Sunday games, and then you have Sunday night football, and you start it all over again. And then with that being said, we're also going to, of course, have esports. We're going to have soccer in there as well. So a ton of stuff to look forward to in this next, even 30 days. And of course, sports betting is so fun because it's always something to look forward to, right? It was like we just got done with like the NBA finals, and I'm not a huge NBA bettor on this channel, but NBA finals, Spurs, Knicks, everything like that. And then we go into the World Cup pretty much immediately. And then now we're going to go into football here before you know it. So did extremely well in the World Cup. Hopefully you guys did tail all of my picks or some of my picks and kind of learned about correlation through this here. Like I said, soccer's not going to slow down. So if you have that mentality that, soccer's done now or whatever, of course it is not done, right? I would even argue that, in this past kind of like 10, 15 days where we had a lot of these knockout games, there was not even that much soccer going on because we only had like one game a day or one game every couple of days when we were waiting for some of these games happen. And that we honestly had some of our best days ever. We had like a 60 unit week the past 7 days or the past 10 days or whatever you want to say, okay? Now, with that being said, we did take both of these guys under together in Argentina, and I took both these guys under together in Spain. And you will see that the payout actually says win, and I will get to why it says win here. But what I really want to talk about is correlation, and I want to talk about the key concepts that I always talk about, which is possession, okay? If you look at the game and you look at Spain versus Argentina, which obviously happened yesterday, the game obviously went into extra time, which you would think doesn't really work well for the unders. But you'll see that Argentina, 1, gets a red card, and 2, Spain completely dominated this game. Every single statistic. You'll see here, every statistic, they literally dominated. 20 shots, 11 shots on target. Look at the passes, guys. They had 803 passes, and Argentina had pretty much half the amount of passes. They had 68% possession. Argentina only had 32% possession, okay? That means that Argentina only had the ball for like 30 to 40 minutes in the entire game, and Spain had the ball the rest of the time, okay? So insanely Spain favored game. And again, Spain had the ball almost 70% of the game, causing these guys to go way over their lines, right? This guy gets 126 passes. That's absolutely a lot of passes, insane amount of passes, but again, it's because they possess the ball so much. Pedro Porro, same thing. He gets 99 passes. So these guys are very tied together. Every pass that this guy passes, there's a chance that he passes to Poro, and vice versa. Every time Poro has the ball, there's a chance he passes it back, guys. These guys played very similar spots on the field. I thought that the possession was going to be about 53%. I was wrong, but again, there's a red card in there, so that's why Spain had the ball quite a lot. They had the ball over, 65% of the game. Now, if you look at Argentina, these guys go way under their line, and the reason why they go way under their line is because, well, one, Enzo Fernandez actually was the guy who gets red carded, but he gets red carded at the 90th minute. So in the 90th minute, he only had 36 passes. So, guys, it doesn't matter whether you get red cards or all this stuff. All that matters is possession. Now, red cards can lead to less possession. Yes, that is true. But we just care about possession. If they have a high number of possession, then you're going to have a high time. And you'll see that Ramiro gets subbed out at the 70th minute, 69th minute right here. So he gets 40 pass attempts, okay? But again, even if these guys did play a full 90 minutes, it'd be close right here for sure. It'd be close. But if they play a full 90 minutes, Enzo did play a full 90 minutes, and you'll see that he actually played, he played 90 minutes right here, and he only gets 36 passes. So low possession, low number of passes, high possession, high number of passes, all right? Now, you will see that I actually won this entry, which is crazy. The reason why is because I cashed out. I used the cash out feature on PrizePicks. At halftime, Pedro Porro was at like 44 pass attempts, okay? So obviously, if he's at 44 at halftime, he's going to go way over by the rest of the game. And it was halftime, and I was checking my phone. I was checking my entries and stuff, and I was seeing that I was able to get refunded. I was able to get refunded pretty much 1.37x, really. And I was like, well, I'm going to take the refund because this guy's obviously going to go way over and he's going to miss my entry. So PrizePicks was asleep at the wheel right here. I don't know how many of you guys were able to refund it. I will say I posted this immediately, right as I saw the refund available for me. I took the refund, I took a screenshot, and I posted it to my free winnable, okay? So you guys in my free winnable, and then my free winnable obviously is tied to my VIP, so if you get my free winnable plays, if you're in my VIP, you also get my free winnable plays. I tried to post this as soon as possible, so I don't know if this was one of those things where they had for 10 seconds and they took it away. I don't know whether they had it the entire halftime. I don't know what the deal was there, but they had it for when I took it. I posted it to my free winnable as quickly as I could, and hopefully you guys were able to get refunded on this entry. And what's crazy about it is even though these guys got hundreds of passes, I was able to actually still make money on this pick because they offered me a refund. So again, this was a mistake on PrizePicks' end, and what we do here on this channel is take advantage of PrizePicks' mistakes, all right? So we're gonna take advantage of PrizePicks' mistakes as much as we can. With that being said, if you did not get the refund in, that's completely fine. In yesterday's video even, I told you guys as long as one of the two of these hits, I'll be happy, right? So we had a setup for this one. This one obviously misses, even though I refunded it, it does miss. This one hits, very happy, right? And this is why I said in yesterday's videos, if we could hit one of two of these, I'll be very happy. And the reason why is very simple, guys. This is a 5x, okay? So if we play one unit here, and we get a 5x, I'm going to be very happy that one 5x hits and we miss another one. So who cares if we miss one when we just hit a 5x off of that? This play right here has a setup for us, so this is going on right now. Honestly, not sure how this is going. This one right here is opposite correlation. This one, I think I showed this one yesterday, but we do miss this one by 0.5. So a close miss there. It is what it is. That's sports betting for you. And this one also was a play that these two girls do go under together. Again, they had less possession. It's very similar, right? This is what I always talk about in soccer. It doesn't matter whether you're betting on women's soccer, whether you're betting on American soccer, MLS, whether you're betting on the World Cup finals, guys. Low possession, low passes, high possession, high passes. So they had a low possession game. They both go under together, okay? And then these guys in Counter-Strike, they go way, way, way over, and I do kind of want to show this, but you'll focus on the first 3 games here. All 3 of these games go into overtime, right? So I don't really want to get too into the weeds here with Counter-Strike and everything like that, but 3 out of 3 of the games that we bet on go to overtime. And because they go to overtime, that's a very, very long game. 3 games go into overtime. They probably played an extra like 35 rounds between those overtime rounds, causing these guys to go over their lines because the more rounds, the more kills, the less rounds, the less kills. So if it's a short game, less kills. If it's a long game, more kills. And you'll see that these guys go way over. Not just over, they go way over. 67 kills, 79 kills in the 3 games they played because they had 3 games go into overtime, okay? Same thing here in League of Legends, guys. I always talk about League of Legends. If you win the game, you're going to get more kills. If you lose the game, you're going to get less kills. So very quickly, if I can show you guys the League of Legends game that ended up happening here, it was, no, this isn't it. Sorry, this is it right here. Bro versus DN Snoopers. So this is the game here. We end up betting on Teddy and Gideon. And Gideon gets 6, Teddy gets 7. And the reason why is because it was 8-21 because this bro team does win the game. So as I always say in League of Legends, the winning team's gets about 2 to 3x the amount of kills as a losing team does. So you'll see this falls right in that range. Again, you can click around. There's a lot of League of Legends games happening yesterday. So, here's another example. It's 24-7 in this case, for example, 34-29. So that was a really crazy one, so to speak. So, again, you're going to see normally the winning team is going to get about 2x the amount of kills as the losing team does, all right? And I highly recommend you guys go to this website, SofaScore, and you can see that just today, these are all the games that were played, and they're actually played at like early in the morning at like 3 a.m. But you can literally go through, July 8th, for example, and you can see a game being played, and you'll see, okay, winning team 19-12. Right here, 26-15. You'll see that the winning team gets more kills than the losing team, and that is why we take the winning team to go over and the losing team to go under. I made the wrong call here, and that is completely fine, okay? As I showed you guys, this is the most important screen to look at. It's my overall of how I've been doing so far in 2026. These are monthly graphs, by the way, so these are not the full picture of Better and Sleeper, just the past the past 30 days. But this is the past 2026. This is 2026 right here. 227 units, which is incredible, incredible stuff. And let's go ahead and get into the first pick of the day. First pick of the day is going to be on Better, guys, and we are going to take Asia Wilson. We're going to take her over 33.5 points in rebounds, and then we're going to take VZN. This is in Counter-Strike. I believe this is happening tonight at I think like maybe 7 p.m., something like that, but this is in Counter-Strike 2, and we are taking VZN over 12.5 headshots, okay? If you do not know about Better and Sleeper, guys, they have discounts every day. So Asia Wilson, she's discounted down to 33.5. Her normal line is 36.5, so she's discounted down by 3 points in rebounds, which is a lot in the NBA and in the WNBA. There are about 2 to 3 discounts every day on Better and Sleeper. So what I recommend to everyone here is that you take the discounts on Better and Sleeper every day, and you'll make about $300 to $400 a month doing that, okay? Now, $300 to $400 a month, I do not have to explain why $300 to $400 a month is a good thing to make. Sure, we all want to make money sports betting, right? But what I really do recommend is that you get that $300 a month that you can make through Better and Sleeper, and then with the discounts every day that you do, and this take discipline, guys. It's like going to the gym, right? You just do it every day, and you don't even think about it. It's just a habit at that point. But at the end of the day, guys, you're just clicking buttons on your phone, right? It's not like you actually have to go do like manual labor. You're just clicking stuff on your phone. You're making $300 to $300 a month, and then I recommend that you guys join my VIP with that money. And again, it's only $62 right now to join my VIP for a month. I just price increased that, and I'll give you guys a couple of ways to join my VIP pretty much completely free here in a second. One of the ways is with Better. Join my VIP for a month or two. You can join a year-long pass. You can join a 2026 pass. I'm going to have a football season pass here out in a couple of days here, and go ahead and do that, and then you'll go ahead and profit throughout the season, right? If you're a $10 bettor so far this year, you would have made about $2,500 already so far this year in 2026, okay? So again, you tell me if putting $10 in an app is worth it to you or not, right? To get a month or two free of the VIP, all right? Let's get into the prize picks play of the day. The first pick here is going to be Suzuki, and we're going to take him over 5.5 hitter fantasy score, guys. I've been loving these hitter fantasy score lines. You'll see that yesterday's pick does cash because of the hitter fantasy score, and I didn't really go over it too much, but he does easily go over. Suzuki here, you'll see that he's been on an insanely good run these past 7-ish games. Been doing very well. Another reason why I really like this here is that his hits, runs, RBI line is at 1.5, and you'll see right here it is a green goblin. And what a green goblin means is that there is a higher chance of him going over this line than under his line, and PrizePicks actually gives you a reduced payout for this. But you will see, if you compare the two graphs, that the green goblin line and the hitter fantasy score line is pretty much identical, okay? So in other words, every single time that he goes over 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs, he's going to also go over his hitter fantasy score line, which makes sense because the more hits, runs, RBIs you get, the more fantasy score you're going to get as a hitter. The one game that he does not do this is when he gets 5 against the Reds on the 12th. But again, most of the time, out of the past 15 games, if he goes over hits, runs, RBIs, he's going to go over his fantasy score line. Now, why is this important? Well, his fantasy score line is not a green goblin. So you get a full payout for this. You don't get any payout shift. You don't get any, green goblin the downsides of the Green Goblin, but you get the upside of it having a high hit rate, okay? So hopefully that makes sense. This play right here, hits, runs, RBIs, it does have a good hit rate, but it's a Green Goblin, so we don't want to take it because you're getting less of a payout. This line right here is pretty much identical, his hitter fan score at 5.5, and we are getting a full payout for this, okay? So hopefully that makes sense. Not only is he on a hot streak, not only has he... the head-to-head's back. You know, I don't like to look at this stuff like a year ago. It doesn't really make sense. But not only is he on an extremely good hot streak now, but his line is very similar to a Green Goblin right here without having to pay the Green Goblin prices. Before I get into the soccer play, guys, I do want to say all of my promo codes are right here, okay? I pretty much have 9 of them. You can sign up for NOVIG, all right? Text me NOVIG. My number will be on the screen. Let me show you guys my number right here. My number is right here. You can pause the video and go ahead and text me. My number should also be down in the description. You can sign up for NOVIG. You can sign up for ONYX odds, for Dabble. This is NOVIG again for some reason. I'm sorry. Sleeper for BETR right here, for Rebet, for Underdog Fantasy, and for Calcio, okay? Also, Bovada is another one that I did not include here, but Bovada you can also sign up for, okay? So if you do not have any of those apps, they're legal in most states, okay? You can text me Sleeper, text me NOVIG, text me ONYX odds, guys. You can text me any of these. I will get you guys to sign up for these apps, put about $5 to $10 into these apps, and you'll get 1 to 2 free months of the VIP. It helps me out. I do have affiliate codes with these, so I get kickback from it. But most importantly, you'll get a month or 2 free of the VIP. And, you know, a lot of people will be like, well, I got to put $10 in and I'll lose the money. You don't lose the money. It's just in an app now, right? So you can bet with the $10 you put in. So, you know, you can think about it as you're spending $10, but you're really not. You're just putting that $10 somewhere else. It's like putting $10 in your bank account. It's not like it just vanishes, right? So go ahead and do that. That is how you get into the VIP. For $10 or less, you just sign up for an app with my code Detective. My code Detective is the code for everything except Sleeper. My code is paid for Sleeper, and you'll see that right here, okay? So I highly recommend you text me first because that's going to be the best way to make sure you do not mess up anything. All right, so let's finish up the rest of this play here, and we are taking these two guys in a Brazilian League game, and we're taking them over together. So this Brazilian League game is happening tomorrow night, and we're taking Macon, and we're taking Ruan, I think is how you say his name. Sorry if I butchered that there, but we're taking both of these guys, and we're taking them over together. And the reason is very simple, guys. They play similar spots on the field. So if this guy gets a lot of passes, this guy will have a lot of passes. If this guy has a lot of passes, this guy will have a lot of passes, right? This team in general, Atletico MG, they are playing this other team, right? And if this team has a lot of possession, right, exactly what I talked about in the World Cup finals, if this team has a lot of possession, then both of these guys should go over together. The concept here is correlation. We have 2 birds with 1 stone. So instead of needing a guy in the MLB to do something, and a guy in the NBA, and a woman in the WNBA, and a guy in tennis to do something, we just need one thing to happen. We need high possession from Atletico MG. If that happens, both these guys should go over together. If they have low possession, both these guys should go under together. Exactly what happened in the Argentina-Spain game. So Argentina not have much possession, they go under together. Spain has a lot of possession, they go over together. It's very simple, okay? Thank you guys so much for watching. You guys know where to find me. My number is up here on the screen. If you guys do want to sign up for one of these apps and text me, a lot of you guys, we're on the World Cup Pass. If that membership has fallen off now and you're not getting my picks, best way to get back in is with one of these apps, all right? Appreciate you guys, and I'll see you in tomorrow's video.